Okay, welcome to another video on bulletproofing your shoulders. So this is really good for anyone that wants to improve their strength and resilience of their shoulders. Previously, I used a stretchy band, a resistance band. So this is going to be a similar program focusing on strengthening shoulders, but using some hand weights. These are 2 kilos, but anything you have is fine. I'll show you how you can adjust accordingly. So the first thing we're going to do is some good old shrugs. So you're just lifting and lowering your shoulders. Nice and slow and controlled, no rushing, and making sure that you don't just drop your shoulders back down. We get a lot of the strength benefits from controlling the lowering phase as opposed to just the lifting. It's a shortcut to strength, so if you do that well, you're progressing faster and saving yourself a lot of time. So just lifting and lowering. No need to roll the shoulders, just straight up and then back down again. You'll find that with this exercise, you can start off with some relatively light weights, but then you'll progress quite quickly because these are big, strong muscles. So you keep going with this one just until you get fatigue on the top of your shoulders. If you get any tension in the sides of your neck, you rest. So that's the first one, slowly up and down. So the next one we're going to do is starting with the weights in front of you and just doing some good old curls. So lifting up and then lowering back down again. So up to your shoulders and then back down from the side. So up and then back down. So this is a very simple exercise, which means we get to concentrate on what the rest of our posture is doing. So making sure you don't poke your ribs out. And the big one is making sure you don't tilt your shoulders forward. So you'll find that you get a bit of a warm burn through the front of your shoulders, which we want to avoid. So I want you to stay really wide across the front of your shoulders, across those collarbones. And because all you're doing is bending and straightening your elbows, you get to think about your posture. So just up to your shoulders and then back down again. So when you've had enough of this one, we will return to our shrugs. So I really like this exercise. Again, it's a simple one, but it's a really good educational exercise because you get to feel what's happening. You get to feel if you are getting stiff through your neck or in other areas that shouldn't be helping you to lift and lower your shoulders. And it's not about how many numbers you can do, but when you do feel tension in the sides of your neck, you rest. We want to teach your body good habits, not reinforce poor ones. Even if you're only doing it a few times and then you start to get tense, you rest. Just 1 second. Okay, quick time check. And then back to our curls. So up and then back down again, nice and slow and controlled. If you only have one set of weights at home, which is absolutely normal, then to get tired, just slow down the movement. Instead of increasing the amount of weight that you have, you can just go a little bit more slowly and you'll find that you do get tired. So taking your time can save you time in the long run. You don't have to keep doing more and more reps, you just slow down the movement. And you can go really slowly. You can go 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down. You can go 30 seconds up, 30 seconds down, and then you can see how your technique and your posture changes over that time. We'll save that for another video. Something to look forward to. Wow, exciting. Okay. So we've done our shrugs, and we've done our curls. Next one, this is my favorite shoulder. If you're going to do one exercise, I know that we should never just do one, but if you did, it would be this one if you're looking at longevity for your shoulders. So weights in front of you, elbows bent, side on like so. You're raising your elbows and your hands as one. I'll show you a few from the front and then a few from the side. So returning to the start, a little bit of that kind of accordion action, and then you lift your forearms too. So this is what we're doing from the side. So you really do need to listen to your neck with this one, because after a while, you'll get some tightness in your neck as your neck is trying to help out. And when that happens, you've earned a rest. How nice. So we're going to pair this one up with one where you're much stronger. So you get to lean forwards, and we're going to alternate. So one arm at a time, up to your chest, leading with your elbows. So you're rotating through your shoulders as you do this one. So just allowing your shoulders to rotate as they want to. These are big, strong, powerful muscles, so you might find that you do quite a few until you get tired. Okay, back to my favorite, that one exercise. So the reason why this one is so good is because the shoulder is obviously very complex, with lots of different movements, lots of different joints contributing to those movements. And a really tough one that a lot of people struggle with is the elevation of your shoulder blades, lifting them up and then rotating. So you need to, it's a difficult one to coordinate. There's a lot going on, and this is really focusing on that movement, which is why I think it's very good, but also can be challenging. So if you do have any difficulties with this one, then get it checked out. Nice and slow and controlled, trying to teach good habits. When your neck wants to get involved, you rest. Okay, back to our starting the lawnmower, one side and then the other. Just taking your time. You'll probably do quite a few of these ones, again, because these muscles are quite strong, big muscle groups. When you have had enough, you get to rest. Okay, so let's do another pair of exercises. So we're going to do another one where you're leaning forward, but we'll just have a little break from that one for now. And then we're going to be reaching forward. So this one is more boxing action, but I want you to really reach as far as you can. So when you get to a straight arm, you still have a lot of reach that you have through your shoulder, and I'd like you to use that. So you reach as far as you can. Let your shoulders rotate, standing with soft knees, just so it feels comfortable and you feel nice and stable, and just reaching as far as you can. Gets your heart rate up too. Okay, so then the other one where you're leaning forward, I think this is a really good one too. There aren't many that I don't like. Okay, leaning forwards, weights hanging down in front of your shins, and you're coming out to the side. Wonder if you can see well. So out to the side. And really controlling the way back again. So you're leading with your little finger. And when you finish, you're really wide across the front of your shoulders, across those collarbones. Nice and slow. Tuck your chin in. Make sure you're not trying to look up and getting stiff through your neck. We're trying to look after our necks. And when you get tired, you're going to rest. All right, one more round of these ones. So, reaching as far as you can. Okay, good job. We're already up to our last one. Good job, team. So, one more time, leaning forwards, nice and long through your back. Tuck your chin in so you're not poking that head up and getting a stiff neck. Hanging the weights in front of your shins and leading with your pinkies out to the side. So your arms stay straight and remain straight all the time. I have a little bit of I say soft elbows, a slight bend on my elbows, but I'm not bending and straightening through the elbows. They stay in the same position throughout this movement. All right, so last one was with bands. That was how to do similar exercises to look after our shoulders using some hand weights. Any pain with any of those, please get it checked out. Otherwise, I'll see you for the next one.